But some shocking news for the South Australian Liberal government, as there has been for the federal government in Western Australia through opinion polls today. In South Australia, it's an extraordinary lead for Labor's Peter Malinauskas, 56 to 44 in this Adelaide Advertiser YouGov poll. That is quite an increase on a Newspoll result during the campaign of 53 to 47. Let's see if there is some margin of error there when we broadcast the election Saturday night. There are, of course, state factors in play, but it's hard not to see federal implications in this poll. And as if that isn't bad enough for the Morrison government, the West Australian has published these federal seat-by-seat polls in WA today, which has the PM's right-hand man, Ben Moreton, despite a 9% margin, at 50-50 in his seat, with other seats, Pearce and Swan, also to go, according to these poll results. Scott Morrison underlining the importance of WA to the result of this election and saying he thinks Ben Moreton will get there in Perth today.
By choosing to re-endorse Ben Moreton as the member for Tangni, you're choosing to re-endorse and support these outcomes that they know that they've been experiencing. Well, this only highlights the importance of the choice between the Australian people.
Scott Morrison was also praising WA's approach to COVID.
COVID, of course, has been the test of our times, and the people of Western Australia, I think, can be rightly proud of how Western Australians have met this test. And WA now has the highest vaccination rates in the country, and I think that's to the great credit of the Western Australian people and the government's actions.
My guest later in the program will be Ben Moreton, live from Perth. COVID and its effect on the hospital system appears to be having its effect in the SA election campaign as well. The number one issue in South Australia, according to the polls, is health and hospitals. Not helped by evening news stories Kieran has pointed me to during his time in Adelaide in terms of deaths from ambulance ramping. John Howard enlisted today to help Stephen Marshall and say, don't forget the economy when it comes to this election.
I don't want to see South Australia slip back into the slow economic lane, and there's a real danger that'll happen if it returns a Labor government.